the first video of 2024. This video is long overdue. I truly meant to do it, oh my goodness, 2 months ago, but life had a different plan. So we're starting it now, like mid-February, and that's okay. In this video, I am essentially telling you why I will never want to give up YouTube ever again. And because of that, fill you in with what the past year has been like. If you would have watched my last video, I would have went over that I was essentially stopping YouTube so that I could focus on my business, Creative Collections, which is actually now Cassandra Photography and Videography. There's an airplane. I went back to 2023 to, you know, make like the Instagram reel of the past year and realized that I barely took any videos. So today I want to essentially catch you up on what 2023 was like and what all happened, and then fill you in with where I am right now and what's to come for 2024. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I hope you do enjoy this video. Okay, Mother Nature is propping you up. First of all, I just want to say this video is starting in Ontario. It is mid-February and I'm currently in Ontario. I've been here for about a month and I'm feeling inspired, and it's so beautiful. The sun is shining and I wanted to finally start this video and catch you guys up on where I've been the past year. So it's funny that I'm starting this YouTube video here now in Ontario in February, because the start of January 2023, I was spending January, the holidays, with my dad here in Ontario, and it's when I also decided to drive back home to Alberta after being on the road for the past year. So I spent most of January with my dad. Beginning of February, I decided to drive back to Alberta because I hadn't seen the sunshine in 4 months. I had planned to spend the entire winter there, but I couldn't do it anymore. I needed the sunshine. So I decided to go back to Alberta and surprise everyone, because I didn't tell anyone but Steve and my mom that I was coming home, which was super special. I asked my 4 best friends to be part of my wedding and to be my 4 bridesmaids, which was also an incredibly special moment and very nice that I could do that in person. I struggled with a little bit of my identity. Like, when you're in something for so long, it kind of becomes a part of who you are, and I'm very passionate about van life and traveling, and it's very much deeply embedded in me. Getting back into working stationary in one spot, I kind of felt like I was starting over a little bit, starting a new business, stationed, no longer traveling like I was a year ago. Literally now, I felt like a part of my identity was almost gone or missing. So that was pretty much the whole month of February. Which then brings us to March, the month where I went to Old Dominion at the Rogers Place, and it was so amazing. And then I actually started working with Date Night Digital. They are a marketing agency essentially that showcase all the great date night things that you can do around Alberta, Toronto, Nova Scotia. They are based out of Toronto. April was my birthday month. It was the month I started doing branding sessions and realized working with brands is where one of the directions I want to go. Took the van to Preacher's Point in Nordegg with Steve and the family. It's the month that I spent my birthday with my friends during that birthday dinner. We kind of made it like a wedding party / birthday dinner where everyone could meet each other before our big day that's happening in 6 months. April was the month that I started running again. It's kind of like something I fell in love with when COVID happened, and when I was on the road, yeah, I didn't run as much. Okay, it's time to go home now. So it's been a couple days since I picked up my camera last. If you follow me on Instagram, I recently put up a post basically saying that if I'm not tending to my family, I am spending as much time as possible with the farm animals. I absolutely love them so much. It's one of my absolute favorite things about coming home. So that's what we are doing today. And now taking a nature walk. Continuing to recap the year of 2023. May was such a great month. It's like really the beginning of summer in Alberta. I got to finally go see Shania Twain in concert. It was so much fun. I had the row to myself, which you can bet that left so much room for dancing. Another big huge moment for me was that I partnered up with a company called Best Way Canada. Such an amazing company. Honestly, that is probably one of the bigger brands that I have been so honored to work with. They provide outdoor inflatable activities. So I have a stand-up paddleboard that is inflatable. It comes with everything that I need, so it makes traveling in the van super easy. They also do like inflatable hot tubs, inflatable pools. They'll be linked in the description of this video because yeah, I've just been so honored, and I'm really excited to get my paddleboard out again this summer. I actually almost forgot to mention, May was the month that I ran my first half marathon. I think my time was pretty good. My knees were definitely feeling it, my groin was feeling it, my hips were feeling it. But this year, 2 weeks after we get married, we actually signed up for the Spartan. So I'm very excited. It's snowing so much. It's honestly so beautiful, and like this trip was so different for me, and it just solidified that like I am meant to be in the country. Today is the day that I fly home back to Alberta after nearly 4 weeks here in Ontario, and it's definitely bittersweet. I am so sad to leave those farm animals. I'm sad to leave my family. It's been a different trip here this time around. I'm also very excited to go home to my 3 fur babies and to see Steve again and to be reunited as a family. Yeah, I guess I could recap. June was the month where I filmed my first wedding of the year, which I was very proud of considering how I felt like I had just got home, really putting my roots down in my career. And the bride of that wedding ended up becoming one of my absolute dearest friends, and I'm so grateful for that. I crossed into the US for the first time since before COVID for my absolute best friend's bachelorette, which was so fun. She also told me she was getting married in Vegas, and that was something super special just between her and her now husband, and therefore that was my second wedding of the year, which was very cool. Okay, let's continue. In making this YouTube video, I said I was going to bring you along with me on my travels back to Alberta, and I can tell that I'm out of my YouTube game because I didn't pick up my camera once. July, I filmed my 3rd wedding of the summer, but Steve and I picked out our wedding bands, which we still have to go get. It was weird. Like weird in a really good way. I was like, oh my god, this is for real. I shot local events in the city. I love branding. And this is a big one. I started seeing a psychologist. You know, when you go through life, there's a lot to unpack. Started seeing a psychologist in regards to life. July was also the month that my best friend and I went on a hike. We tried to go on a hike in the summer as much as we can, and July was the month that we did that. And last year, the end of July, was the first annual Held by Sisters Women's Festival. It happens in Saskatchewan, about 10 hours away from Edmonton, and I'm so excited to say that I'm going back to the same festival this year to be a photographer. What I am doing in the van today is taking and fixing this area up right here. I'm going to take the nail out, I'm going to get rid of the scuff marks, and I am finally opening the can of paint to do some touch-up work. Continuing on brings us to August. Steve and I went home to Ontario for a week last August, which was fantastic because he got to see the venue for the very first time, and we did our tasting for the wedding. Okay, and also this was probably one of the best surprises in August. My stepsister got engaged, and I had the absolute privilege of taking their engagement photos. September was actually a really busy month. Was super honored and took a couple to the mountains to do a just married shoot because they had not done an engagement shoot before they got married, and so I was was like, well, let's go to the mountains. Also, I shot my 4th wedding and my final wedding of the year. It was a full circle moment because I actually knew the bride, and yeah. And then into the US with the van and the dogs for the very first time, which honestly opened up so many doors and avenues. I went to Oregon and I did the Oregon coast with a friend who also had a van at the time, and it was phenomenal. And I'm so excited for this year because we have a lot of plans ahead of us in terms of travel and traveling into the US. Okay, my phone's gonna die, so we will continue this when it has some battery left. Hopefully today I'll be able to show you what the mirror looks like. Good morning. The month of October for me was literally me hiding behind my laptop, catching up on all the weddings that I filmed in the summer. I caught up on everything, in addition to starting CrossFit with one of my best friends, which has been so incredible. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest, my YouTube game is so bad right now, and we are just going to skip over November because I talk about it later and get right into December. So the month of December, I had the privilege of shooting my brother.
Good boy, buddy. We're gonna go for a walk.
I'm just getting the dogs ready right now to go for a nice little walk, which you will see momentarily. We also did our final stage of the Next Steps program that you do at our local church before we get baptized, because we did get baptized in the new year of 2024. And also December, we went to Calgary, and we went to Calgary to see how much we liked the energy there, the vibe, the city, the outskirts, because we are planning to move to Calgary in the next couple years, honestly, probably sooner than we think. In the month of December, I also started a partnership with a travel content creator marketing agency out of Toronto, but they are in Canada and the US, and that has been a bit of a focus for 2024, honestly, which I'm super grateful for, because traveling in the van was something that I always wanted to do and make money while doing it. So I'm very grateful that in my current reality, I am doing that very heavily. I also got all my dress alterations done. So my wedding dress is ready to go in 6 months. And then of course, with December being the holidays, I was able to spend Christmas and New Year's with my family, which was so nice. Okay, because it is pretty cold out, we're gonna rapid fire this November. So November, Steve and I started couples counseling, honestly just to learn more maintenance tools for conflict resolution. We have a very open, communicative relationship, so I feel like there's a stigma around couples counseling, but we were like, you know what, it wouldn't hurt, so why not? I shot 2 of my best friends' CrossFit competition together. So that was pretty much November. Hello everyone, welcome to current Cassie editing cast, reality cast. Today is March 6th. I just want to say thank you if you are still here with me in this video. I very much appreciate it. My goal is to keep my videos this year much shorter, but I guess mainly for me, and hopefully you enjoyed some of it. I wanted to recap 2023 because, like I said, I had absolutely no footage from last year in terms of like videos and stuff, just a ton of pictures that honestly just get lost over time. So I'm gonna end this video here, but that is my year of 2023. 2024 has been off to such an amazing start, and I am going to be sharing and showing all the things that are coming up and that I'm doing. I just need to like make sure I plan accordingly and show you the big stuff, because the small stuff's honestly kind of boring, which is usually just like a day-to-day in the life, which is the same every day. I'm currently planning a bunch of trips in the van. I'm going kind of all over the mountains right now working, which is phenomenal. And yeah, not sure when the next video is going to be out or what it's going to be about, but stay connected on my social media because I'm very active on my Instagram and on my TikTok. And yeah, those are honestly the places that you can find me every single day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.